Alright, in this last problem, what they're asking me to do is they're asking me to find the Riemann sum of f of x equals sine x over the interval from 0 to 2 pi. And I've already started to draw out this picture so you guys can see what's going on a little bit better. These first 5 numbers are where they want my intervals to be broken up into. So I'll be making a rectangle from 0 to pi over 4, from pi over 4 to pi over 3, from pi over 3 to pi, and from pi to 2 pi. And then in the next part, it's asking me to go ahead, and these would be my rectangle heights. So that's where the blue dots are. And I'll go ahead and draw in those rectangles. So if I would pick the height right there, and I would have a rectangle. Then this next one would be from here, and it's supposed to go from pi over 4 to pi over 3, so it would look like this. The next one goes from pi over 3 to pi, and it hits about right here. And then the last one, I'd be using the height right here, and I'd have this rectangle right there. So obviously I'm not going to have the exact area underneath the curve. This is an approximation. What we can do then is we could just go ahead and find the area of each of these rectangles, which is what I would recommend you doing. It's much easier than looking at a summation formula, which we would or could do as well. What we're going to do is just find this area by finding the area of each of these rectangles, so base times height. So the base of this one is pi over 4, and the height of this would be whatever the sine, and if you look, that's this number right here, whatever the sine of pi over 6 is. Well, the sine of pi over 6 happens to be 1/2, plus we're going to find the area of the second rectangle. We need to figure out what's our base length. So we need to subtract these two so I know the distance between them. So when you subtract pi over 3 minus pi over 4, you get pi over 12. So the base is pi over 12. And the height of this would be whatever sine of pi over 3 is. Well, the sine of pi over 3 happens to be square root of 3 over 2 plus, so I just figured out this part, the sine of pi over 3, that's this. That was this. And then the next thing I want to do is find how much this base is. So I would be taking pi minus pi over 3, and I find out that the distance between that would be, let's see here, it would be 2 pi over 3. So I'm going to have the base length is 2 pi over 3, and then the height of this, remember we're doing that for 2 pi over 3. That would be, the sine of 2 pi over 3 is also square root of 3 over 2. Plus, the last part here, the distance from 2 pi to pi would be pi. And then the height of this would be this, whatever the sine of 3 pi over 2 is. Well, the sine of 3 pi over 2 is negative 1. Well, when you start multiplying these all together, you have pi over 8 plus, this would be pi square root of 3 over 24 plus, we'd have, these could cancel, so we'd have square root of 3 pi over 3 plus negative pi. And when we add those all together, this would be approximately negative 0.708.